State of Georgia riders and drivers, did you know only the State Patrol can use radar to ticket you if you are going 10 miles per hour or less above the speed limit in the majority of driving scenarios? And I will post that Georgia code statute, OCGA, official code of Georgia, just so you know. Let's keep riding. Ride safe. Riding in rounds, family. I'm out here on this Memorial Day weekend, getting a ride in, trying to continue my tour of some murals in Georgia that were painted by at least one artist from the, I guess it's a company called Georgia Mural Trails. So today I'm roaming around on this overcast day. It's now 73 degrees, starting off here at 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a chance of rain today, but right now it shouldn't be in any of the areas that I will be in until around 2 or 3 o'clock. So out here trying to beat this rain. I'm roaming around here, traveling to the city of Rome, Georgia, to find at least one of the two murals that were painted there, and both of them, according to the website, are Coca-Cola murals. And as you may know, Coca-Cola is based in Georgia. So that's a common theme, and especially in small towns in the city or the state of Georgia. So I have a 49 minute, 41 mile travel time to get there. But as you know, if you're like me, we always try to beat the estimates of the Google Maps estimation. So also testing out right now my USB-C power cord addition that I've added to the motorcycle to have it constantly power this Insta360 X3 camera. I noticed when I added this wireless mic inside of my helmet that allows me to communicate from inside my helmet, send audio to the camera footage. I'm using an Instamic Pro C Plus, and I noticed when I use it with the camera, it does not allow this camera to depower itself when I'm not actually videoing. It keeps that camera on, so I lose quite a bit of battery power. And as you can notice over to my left, we have two vehicles stopped by law enforcement. So if you don't know, Memorial Day weekend is a heavy law enforcement, especially speeding enforcement weekend. So I'm saving power on this X3 by adding this USB-C power, and I've added it. I'm powering it from my Pathfinder LED that I have mounted under my seat. When I added the tour tip lights from Gold Strike, I decided to use the new Pathfinder LED lighting distribution hub because it also has two USB-C power ports. So I'm running a 6-foot cable, USB-C to USB-C cable, from under my seat up to the front of the bike. It's actually under all of this cowling that's under here and coming up through the up down near the vents where the steering head is. So I will have constant power, and hopefully I can not have my my weatherproof USB thing bouncing around in my camera footage. So I may slide it down when I get a chance to stop, because it's blowing in the wind right now. So as I was saying earlier, there's another traffic stop there, the third one I've seen in less than 9 minutes. And I've seen two other law enforcement officers sitting on the side of the road to monitor speeds. So I guess it's mostly traffic and speed enforcement is the main thing that they sit out for on these major holidays, especially Memorial Day and Labor Day. So be watchful. And as I found out, in Georgia, the only law enforcement officials that are allowed to use radar to ticket you for speeding, if, and this is the difference, if you are less than 10 miles per hour above the speed limit. The only law enforcement officials that can ticket you with the radar from 1 to 10 above the speed limit is the state police, which is in Georgia the State Patrol, the GSP, Georgia State Patrol. Any other officials outside of 3 other areas in school zones, residential zones, and historical districts, the county and city and local police cannot ticket you outside of those 3 areas, which are at lower speed limits. They can't ticket you using radar. At least they can pace your vehicle speed and ticket you even if you're below 10, but radar, according to the law, they can't do it. Including college police officers. I guess I didn't really know they ran radar or speed control. So be watchful out here on whatever roads in whatever state you're traveling in. Know your state laws, because actually in many areas, if I notice that they're not state patrol, I run at a slight speed above the speed limit without slowing down, because I know they can't ticket me if they're not the state police. Just safe travel. And I know on motorcycles it's safer to travel away from traffic, so I will speed away from a cluster of traffic just to get out of that area. So the state police are unrestricted on radar use and ticketing. I'm continuing on to Rome, Georgia. I have already knocked off 4 minutes from my estimated arrival time. You can notice some of the hazards on the side of the road that cut grass that is on the edge of the roadway. Even though we shouldn't be riding over that far, sometimes it may be an emergency situation where you may have to go over there. Entering the city of Rome, or the city limits of Rome. So we're getting closer to the mural. Seem to be about 6 minutes away from where that mural, the mural website says the particular mural is that I'm looking for. One of them is on the ground, one of them, or at least ground level. The other one seemed to be on the second or third level on the outside of the building, so I wanted to try to get pictures on the ground level with the motorcycle in it. So let's see what we get. And I was thinking about that Georgia traffic law since I brought it up. I was on a roadway job. I do inspections and testings on roadway construction, and there was traffic control by a Georgia State Patrol officer that I was speaking with. And I asked him if he was aware of the statute that mentioned that, and he wasn't aware. So I Googled the statute and showed it to him on my phone, and he wasn't aware of it. So he pulled out his traffic law book that he had in his vehicle, and that code was not in his particular book. And I'm assuming it's not in there because it does not restrict the state police. So I guess there's no need to put that code in a book that the state police are using, because they don't have that restriction. So, but I did show him that code, the Georgia State Code that mentions that only they can use radar to ticket within that speed zone. And I see a police vehicle to the left there in the parking lot, and that seems to be a city or county police. I know it's not the state patrol. Most of their vehicles have a very, very particular blue color that's hard to miss, unless they have some of those new vehicles that don't follow that paint code pattern. Might try to post some historical facts about the city of Rome, Georgia. So the area I am looking for should be up here on the right. Really have to pay attention and focus, look for the buildings where that mural is. A lot of times the website will have pictures of the mural, but not necessarily location. So they've started doing that now. So the mural company reached out to me on one of my YouTube videos and told me that they were in the process of pointing out the locations of the murals. I'm at the GPS location the website gave me. Most of the time it's on a older building, not any of the newer buildings. So let's see what I can find. And almost always it's on Oh, it's in the downtown area. Let's go down Broad Street. A lot of times that's the name of a street that will take you through the main part of a small town, small downtown area. Also Main Street, but I don't see a main street, so we look like we're headed towards more of the downtown area. Looks like that may be a city hall over to the right. At least, if anything, we've made it to a nice downtown area. This is definitely the downtown area. No evidence, no sign of the mural, but that GPS location did not place that mural in the downtown area. Okay, I see one of them there just after this light over on the left, the Coca-Cola mural, and that seems to be that is the second level, second story of that building. There to the left. And there's the other one behind me on the same building. So let's turn around. So they are on the same building. And if I'm not mistaken, the GPS locations are different on both of those murals. At least the GPS location that's located on the Georgia Mural Trail website. Let me go ask this officer if I can get on the sidewalk. Officers parked over at that grain craft building. Let me go ask him because that is a turn lane over there. What's up, officer? Hold on, let me turn this. I want to get a picture in front of that mural over there. Is it okay if I get on the sidewalk? Okay, appreciate it, man. All right.